Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. Today we will discuss biosynthesis of fatty acids. Up till now we have discussed the oxidation of fatty acid or the utilization of the fatty acids in a cell, and we have discussed beta oxidation of fatty acid, alpha oxidation, and omega oxidation of fatty acids of different chain lengths, which may be odd chain or which may be even chain fatty acids. And today we will discuss how these fatty acids are synthesized in our body. The key concept under the topic for the synthesis of fatty acids are: what are the key role of dietary carbohydrates and the amino acids which we take in our diet, the carbohydrate which we eat or the amino acids which we take in our diet, and role of the cytosomal friction, and from where the carbon contents or the carbon atom came for the synthesis of fatty acids, and what are the sources of reducing equivalents, or what are the source which impart or which provides the hydrogen for the reduction of certain functionalities, and lastly what are the energy supplies or the sources for the fatty acid synthesis or the formation. Fatty acid synthesis. In fatty acid synthesis, we will discuss that how fatty acids are formed in our body, and where is machinery for the fatty acid production in the cell. Then the dietary carbohydrates and amino acids which are consumed in our diet or which are consumed by our body during the process of metabolism, they can be converted to the fatty acids, and therefore these fatty acids can be stored as triacylglycerol, and de novo mean newly synthesized fatty acids. uh, this process of fatty acid production occurs predominantly in the liver. Then kidney, adipose tissues, and some glands also participate for the synthesis of fatty acids. But major production or the basic or the fundamental tissue for the synthesis of fatty acid is liver. And enzyme machinery which is responsible for the production of fatty acid is located in the cytosomal fraction of the cell. It means that two parts of the cells are important. One is cytoplasm, and other is the you can say like inner organelles. Mitochondria is very important. Some reactions occurs in the cytosols, other reactions occurs in the um, mitochondria. Then here for the synthesis or the production of fatty acids, the enzymes which are responsible for carrying out these important reactions, they are located in the cytosomal fraction. And for the production of fatty acid, the major role is of acetyl CoA. Acetyl CoA mean CH3 C double bond O CoA. It means that the two carbon containing molecule is essential for the synthesis of fatty acid. It's basically the major source of for providing the carbon atoms, which resulted in the long chain fatty acid formation, while NADPH is required for providing or for giving away the hydrogens in the form of reducing equivalents, and ADP is there to provide the energy for fatty acid formation. In this way, we can conclude that three things are very important: the presence of acetyl CoA, the supply of ADP, and NADPH, uh, you can say participation. Therefore, enzyme machinery will be there in cytosomal fraction. They all will take part in the production of fatty acids. Fatty acid synthesis occurs mainly in three stages. First stage is the production of acetyl CoA and NADPH. Second is the conversion of acetyl CoA to malonyl CoA. And third one is the reaction of fatty acid synthase complex. It means that the complex which is responsible for the uh, reactions of fatty acid, multiple reactions are there, which lastly resulted in the formation or the production of fatty acids in a cell. Then the first part is the production of acetyl CoA and NADPH. Then we can say that these acetyl CoA and NADPH are the prerequisites or mainly important requirements for the fatty acid synthesis. If fatty acid synthesis will not be occurred at the optimal level, if the acetyl CoA or NADPH are not present in, you can say, in sufficient amount or numbers. And this acetyl CoA is produced in the mitochondria of the cell by the multiple process. These, these process consist of oxidation of the pyruvate and the fatty acids and the degradation of carbon skeleton of the certain amino acids. And we have discussed in ketone bodies that from ketone bodies, multiple acetyl CoAs are also produced. Therefore, these all type of reactions, breakdown of carbon chains, and degradation of ketone bodies and oxidation of pyruvates resulted in the formation of number of acetyl CoA in the molecule. And further, these acetyl CoA now make their entries in a such a way that they are very necessary for the production of uh, fatty acid. And mitochondria, however, is not permeable to the acetyl CoA. Here is the problem that although acetyl CoA are produced in large numbers in mitochondria, but there is problem that although mitochondria there are number of fatty acids are produced, but these fatty number of you can say acetyl CoAs are produced, which are responsible for the production of fatty acids, but they can't be go outside of the mitochondrial membrane because mitochondrial membrane is not permeable for them. Therefore, there must be a certain arrangement or the process or mechanism by which these acetyl CoA, which are produced inside of mitochondria, they should be transported outside of mitochondria into the cytosol. Therefore, there is need for the transfer of acetyl CoA to the cytosol from the mitochondria. For this purpose, an alternative or the bypass arrangement or the mechanism is there in a cell, which is responsible for the transfer of acetyl CoA from mitochondria to cytosol. And in this process, first of all, acetyl CoA is get condensed with oxaloacetate. You know all the structure of acetyl CoA, oxaloacetate, citrate. Multiple times they have been discussed in the citric acid cycle and so on. We have discussed many biochemical process in which these all molecules make their entries. Therefore, these all molecules must be in your mind and at your fingertips as well. And further, the citrate is then freely transported to the cytosol, and where it is cleaved by the citrate lyase enzyme to again liberate the acetyl CoA. It means acetyl CoA, which is condensed in citrate, then citrate is now giving back the acetyl CoA, the main compound, and oxaloacetate, which is liberated, is then go in the cytosol and then converted into malate. Here you can see the complete pathway. This is the mitochondrial matrix, and outside it's the cytosol. Then look into the mitochondrial matrix. While start from the pyruvate. By the action of pyruvate carboxylase, pyruvate is changed into the oxaloacetate. Now, in this diagram, only the name of the compounds are given. Then you have to draw the these all mechanism, because you know the structure of the pyruvate, oxaloacetate, and citrate. Multiple times I have given you in the last cycles, metabolic processes. Therefore, the pyruvate is converted into oxaloacetate in a one pathway by the action of pyruvate carboxylase enzyme. Similarly, pyruvate is also converted into acetyl CoA by the action of enzyme dehydrogenase. And amino acids and some fatty acids also take its or give their contribution towards the numbers or towards the concentration of the for developing the concentration of acetyl CoA in the mitochondrial matrix. After that, there are sufficient numbers of acetyl CoA and oxaloacetates are formed in a cell in a mitochondria from these pathways. After that, they are get converted into the citrate after condensing with one another by the action of enzyme citrate synthase. When citrate is formed in the mitochondria, then it's now permeable towards the mitochondrial membrane. It means that mitochondrial membrane, it will permit the citrate to, yes, go outside from the mitochondria matrix. Therefore, citrate comes out of the mitochondrial matrix and it's now available in the cytosol. It means that mainly acetyl CoA was needed for the synthesis of fatty acid, but there was problem with the acetyl CoA that it can't pass the mitochondrial membrane. Therefore, by the natural machinery, it condenses with the oxaloacetate and converted into citrate. Therefore, citrate is there or the citrate is the molecule which can pass the mitochondrial membrane. When citrate enters the cytosol, then by an important enzyme, citrate lyase, it's now converted back into oxaloacetate, just like here. The back reaction started and citrate converted into oxaloacetate by utilizing the CoA assays, because back reaction will be in a sense that citrate must be converted into oxaloacetate and acetyl CoA. Therefore, citrate is converted back into acetyl CoA. Then where is oxaloacetate? Then where is acetyl CoA? Yes, acetyl CoA is also with the oxaloacetate. But for the formation of acetyl CoA, CoASH is also needed. It means that ADP is needed to provide the energy to convert the citrate into oxaloacetate and acetyl CoA. Therefore, when acetyl CoA is formed, it's an important precursor or prerequisite for the formation of fatty acid. And after that, oxaloacetate, after its formation by the action of malate dehydrogenase, there is reduction of oxaloacetate into malate by the reducing agents, or the hydrogen is provided from NADH and H with it, and therefore oxidized form of NAD is released. After the formation of malate, there are malic enzyme, and they convert the malate into pyruvate, and simultaneously, along with the formation of acetyl CoA, there is liberation of carbon dioxide, and there is formation of NADPH and AH as well. And therefore, you can say along with acetyl CoA formation, carbon dioxide source is also there, and reduction for the you can say reducing equivalents in the form of NADPH is also there. Therefore, these all participate towards the prerequisite or the precursors for the synthesis of fatty acid. Then we can say yes, fatty acid synthesis will be carried out in a sense that acetyl CoA is there, carbon dioxide is there, and NADPH is also there in the cytosol. It means that whole machinery which is necessary for the formation of fatty acid is also present in the cytosol. Then in this sense, you can understand, while starting from these sources, acetyl CoA was formed, it comes out in the form of citrate from the mitochondrial matrix, and in the cytosol, this citrate is converted into these important functionalities which are responsible for the formation of fatty acid. Therefore, we can say that the advantages of coupled transport of acetyl CoA from mitochondrial matrix to the cytosol and NADPH. From last flow sheet diagram, we can say that the transport of acetyl CoA from mitochondria to cytosol, it's definitely coupled with the cytosomal production of NADPH molecules and carbon dioxide as well. And therefore, this is highly advantageous towards the cell, because in this way optimum synthesis of fatty acid is carried out by this all coupled reaction. Number second is formation of malonyl CoA. When acetyl CoA is formed in large number and they are available in the cytosol, then acetyl CoA is converted into malonyl CoA. In the presence of enzyme acetyl CoA carboxylase. This carboxylase enzyme is responsible for carboxylation of acetyl CoA. It means carboxylation means one carbon in the form of carbon dioxide is added to acetyl CoA. In this way, biotin is also needed. Then what's the biotin? Biotin is in fact the vitamin. It's the vitamin H, vitamin B7, and vitamin B8 as well. Therefore, the presence of these vitamins is very important for carrying out the functioning of this carboxylase enzyme. And secondly, this reaction is also dependent on the energy, and energy is provided in the form of ADP. And therefore, we can conclude that biotin and ADP are important for the fixation of this carbon dioxide molecule into acetyl CoA to give three carbon containing molecule malonyl CoA. And one more important fact is that acetyl CoA carboxylase is regulatory enzyme in fatty acid synthesis. It means that whole fatty acid synthesis is regulated at the disposal of the carboxylase enzyme. That this enzyme carboxylase is very important for carrying out the optimal cell requirement for the production of fatty acid synthesis. Then in this reaction, what has happened over here that S-CoA is retained, carbonyl is retained, and but this methyl with this methyl group, another carbon is added in the form of carbon dioxide. When carbon dioxide is added, then this functionality is can also be pronounced as the carboxylate group. Therefore, uh, one more one more, you can say malonyl CoA is one more carbon, yeah, one carbon greater than the acetyl CoA. Then this is a very important reaction which is responsible for the formation of malonyl CoA, which is four carbon containing molecule. Third one is reaction of fatty acid synthase complex. After the formation of malonyl CoA, rest of the reaction, which are which is complex chemistry reaction, they are catalyzed by the multifunctional enzyme, which is known as fatty acid synthase complex, FAS complex. It means that this enzyme carried out more than one function, therefore it's the multifunctional enzyme. Its chemistry in the eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell is different one. Therefore, in eukaryotic cells, like in man, the fatty acid synthase or FAS complex, it consists of uh, two like monomers. It's present as the dimer with the two identical units. It means that two identical units are present together to give overall the one unit, but it's present in the form of dimer. Two units are together and they collectively participate in the uh, multifunctional enzyme reactions. And among it, each monomer possesses the activity of 7 different enzymes. It means that each monomer unit carry out the function of 7 enzymes. It means that if the 7 independent enzymes were there to carry out the function, but this monomer unit is so much efficient that it simultaneously at the same time it will carry out the function of the 7 different enzymes. Along with 7 different enzymes function, it is also an acyl carrier protein, which will be frequently written as ACP, acyl carrier protein, and it's bound to the 4C phosphopentethene. And lastly, fatty acid synthase functions overall as a single unit, and it catalyzing the all 7 reactions which are responsible for the conversion of malonyl CoA into fatty acids. Therefore, for the FAS, its chemistry consists of 2 dimer. Along with the dimer, it consists of acyl carrier protein, which is called ACP. Next is if there is dissociation of this synthase complex which consists of dimer or the 2 identical unit, then at the same time if these 2 units they are get aparted from one another or the enzyme is dissociated, then enzyme will definitely lose its enzymatic activity. Its enzymatic activity will be retained only if these 2 units are present together with one another. And definitely in the lower organisms like prokaryotes, this fatty acid synthesis is carried out by the multi-enzyme complex in association with the separate unit of acyl carrier proteins. It means that acyl carrier protein is not present together with the FAS complex, and therefore it's the major contradiction or contrast to the towards the eukaryotic cell in which the acyl carrier protein is joined is the part of FAS or the fatty acid synthase. It means fatty acid synthase will work if its dimer will be retained, if its 2 monomer units are present together with one another, and only if acyl carrier protein or ACP is also there to carry out the fatty acid synthesis. And this sequence of all these reactions, which are extra mitochondrial, are in nature, and which are responsible for the synthesis of fatty acid. And here the fatty acid which is discussed is palmitate. And step number one, in step number one, the 2 carbon fragment of acetyl CoA is transferred to the fatty acid synthase, and in such a way that the acetyl CoA ACP acylase enzyme is there, and it catalyzes the transfer of the acetyl unit towards the ACP of, you can say, fatty acid synthase. Fatty acid synthase is shown over here that it consists of ACP This self-hydryl group is also shown over here, that its hydrogen will be removed and so on, group can be attached. And this cysteine S-CoA is also is, is present with the ACP-SH. Therefore, whole it will make the fatty acid synthase. And enzyme acetyl CoA ACP trans acylase mean that it will transfer acetyl group to the ACP of the FAS. And here you can see that what changes are made over here, that with ACP this acetyl group is attached, hydrogen is removed from the this self hydryl group, and this carbon and the sulfur bond is built up, and simultaneously from the cysteine unit S-CoA is also released in the form of CoASH. Hydrogen is released from this one, and S-CoA is released from over here. They united to give the CoASH. In this way, acetyl unit is get transferred to the ACP, and therefore the we can say 2 carbon unit is added to the FAS. In the next reaction, there is transfer of acetyl group to the cysteine unit. SYS stands for cysteine unit, and this is only the transfer of the acetyl group from over here, like from sulfur to the another sulfur, but this sulfur is the part of cysteine unit, not the ACP one. Therefore, the acetyl group which was present on the ACP end, it's transferred to the cysteine unit or the cysteine residue. Therefore, this hydrogen will be removed, and it's present with the ACPS as ACPSH. Therefore, we can say over here that ACP site will be vacant, and it will be deprived of the acetyl CoA. Next reaction is the next reaction involves the functioning of malonyl CoA ACP transacylase. In this reaction, malonyl CoA is also involved. What's the function of malonyl CoA over here? That there is need for these carbons to be attached with the ACP unit. It means that again ACP unit which was vacant, now it's going to be filled with the carbon skeleton of malonyl CoA, and again enzyme is transacylase. It means that this enzyme is also responsible for the transfer of the malonyl CoA to the ACP unit. Therefore, the name is CoA ACP transacylase. Therefore, when this malonyl CoA is attached with the ACP unit, then there is release of S-CoA, and this S-CoA is released as CoASH. Hydrogen is removed from here. Acetyl group will remain attached over here as acetyl, like bonded with the cysteine unit. And therefore these 1 2 carbon units along with this acetate like a carboxylate group whole constitute the malonyl CoA. Therefore 3 carbon containing malonyl CoA get attached with the ACP, you can say residue. Therefore there is formation of acyl, like this is acyl, this is malonyl enzyme. You can say over here, uh, the over the FAS fatty acid synthase, acetyl group is attached, and secondly malonyl group is also attached, which was the you can say the result of the step 1 and step 2, and the participation of or the functioning of enzymatic functioning of trans acylase enzymes. Here is step 3, and in step 3 acetyl unit attached, which was attached to the cysteine unit, is transferred to the malonyl group in a such a way that there is going to be formation of a chain. Therefore enzyme is beta ketoacyl ACPA synthase. It means that cysteine end is going to be free, and therefore this acetyl group is released from the cysteine end, and it will now attached with the you can say malonyl part, but the whole malonyl part will not be used. Its carbon oxygen double bond and O negative carboxylate end will be released in the form of carbon dioxide, but rest of structure will be retained like carbonyl and CH2 will be retained. These carbonyl and CH2 are from the malonyl part, and this carbonyl and CH3 are from the acetyl CoA part. And therefore, in this reaction, there is decarboxylation and the transfer of the acetyl group from the cysteine end or cysteine moiety towards the ACP end. And thus, the carbon dioxide is never incorporated in the fatty acid carbon chain, and therefore this decarboxylation or the removal of carbon dioxide is also accompanied by the loss of free energy, and therefore this loss of free energy it will assist for the reaction to go in the forward reaction, and this reaction which is beta which is catalyzed by beta ketoacyl ACP synthase is responsible for the decarboxylation and for the growing chain of the you can say carbon, which is responsible for later conversion into the fatty acid chain. When there is formation of beta ketoacyl ACP, if there is alpha position, then this is the beta position. But then at the beta position of this acyl group, there is presence of acyl, there is presence of keto functionality. Therefore, name is beta ketoacyl ACP, and this is beta ketoacyl ACP is changed into beta hydroxyacyl ACP. What is happening over here that there is only a reduction of this carbonyl group from from carbonyl to the alcoholic. Therefore, the sp3 hybridized carbon is going to be formed from sp2 hybridized one. Therefore, two hydrogen is needed. One is going to be attached with the carbon and second one with the hydrogen. Therefore, NADPH provide the hydrogen, or the, you can say, reducing equivalents, and NADPH and H are there to give these two hydrogens, which are shown in the blues. These blues are attached with this blue part, and they will be oxidized and will be released in the cell as oxidized form of NAD form, which is known as NADP. In this reaction, which is step number 5, what's happening over here, that beta hydroxyacyl ACP is going to be converted into trans enoyl ACP. What's happening over here, that beta hydroxyacyl ACP undergoes the dehydration reaction. Water is removed, and water is removed from here, like hydroxyl group is removed from here and hydrogen from this one. Therefore, there is build up of double bond between this and this carbon. It means that it's alpha and it's the beta. It means there is build up of alpha beta unsaturation in the beta hydroxyacyl ACP to give trans enoyl ACP unit. And there is removal of or elimination of water molecule and build up of double bond at the alpha and beta position of this keto acyl functionality. Further, enoyl ACP reductase carry out the reduction in a way that this double bond is going to be converted into saturated form, single form. Therefore, hydrogen must be incorporated over here, and these hydrogens are taken from the NADPH, and therefore again NADPH is there in the grounds to give the hydrogen or the reducing equivalents, and therefore 4 carbon containing, you can say, this molecule is formed, and this is called the butyryl. Then the whole name is acyl ACP, or the, you can say, butyryl ACP. Therefore, the 4 carbon units attached to the ACP is the butyryl group. Further is the transfer of the this growing carbon chain from ACP end to the cysteine end. Therefore, nothing happening over here, only carbon chain which was growing over here, it's transferred from the ACP end to the cysteine end. Therefore, at the cysteine end, this whole carbon chain is present. Further, the reactions which are discussed from, like in the later slide, reaction 2 to like this, reaction 2 and so on, reaction 6, they are repeated 6 more times to give intervening, like these CH2 groups. In this way, 6 time repetition gives the 1, 2, 3 plus 13, 16 carbon containing units. And therefore, palmitoyl thioesterase enzyme is there. In the presence of water molecule hydroxylation, this chain will be released from here in the form of fatty acid, and this fatty acid will be the palmitate. It means that palmitate is 16 carbon containing molecule, and this 16 carbon containing fatty acid palmitate will be released, and it was formed into the cytosomal part of the cell. Here is the complete description, which I have told you that each time for the lengthening of carbon chain, each time two carbon units will be added up, and they must be. We have seen that malonyl CoA was there each time, which will provide the carbons towards the growing chain of fatty acid. And at the end of 7 cycles, 6 plus 1, the fatty acid synthesis, which is 16 carbon containing, and it's no doubt a fully saturated, no double bond is there, uh, is formed into the cell. And last was the function of the palmityl thioesterase. And thioesterase mean this enzyme was responsible for the breaking of this CS bond. When this CS bond will was there, then there was water molecule. Therefore, hydrogen will be added over here, and there was OH. And this OH will go towards this carbonyl part to give the carboxylic acid entity, or the carboxylic acid functionality towards this growing chain. In this way, the whole or the complete synthesis of palmitate occurs, or if we will not use the palmitate word, then the alternative word is palmitic acid. Here is the complete picture that while starting from acetyl CoA, the role of FAS synthase, transacylase enzyme malonyl CoA is added. Blues carbons mean these carbon uh, are comes from the acetyl CoA part, and these uh, you can say purplish carbons mean they came from the malonyl CoA. By these repeatedly reactions, the in this way many fatty acids are formed. Only one is shown over here, which is the 16 carbon palmitate. And therefore we can design other fatty acids like which may be 20 plus chain, like 24, 18 carbon containing molecule they can be formed. But you have to give emphasis on how many cycles they will undergo to incorporate acetyl CoA and the malonyl CoA in their structure. Here is the overall summary of the palmitate synthesis, that one of the 16 carbons present in the palmitate, only two come from the acetyl CoA directly, and the remaining 14 are definitely they came from the malonyl CoA, which in turn is produced from the acetyl CoA. It means that there is interdependence, there is cooperation, and these molecules like acetyl CoA and malonyl CoA at all the steps. And definitely these malonyl CoA will come from the or they are the present in the cell, and they are produced from the acetyl CoA. And for the production of these 16 carbon containing palmitic acid molecules or the fatty acid, overall 8 acetyl CoA are needed, 7 ADPs are required to provide energy, 14 NADPH are required to produce the or to give the reducing equivalents, and to give one molecule of palmitate. Therefore, 8 CoA will be released, 7 ADP will be released, along with the 7 inorganic phosphate groups, and 6 water molecules. Here is the complete summary for the palmitic acid synthesis. Student, today we have discussed the palmitic acid or the fatty acid synthesis. For assignment, you have to prepare that what are the other five sources of acetyl CoA in the metabolic system. There are many sources of acetyl CoA production in the metabolic system. You have to list five. One, that which five metabolic reactions are responsible for the production or for giving the acetyl CoA in the pool, which is always present in the cell. And secondly, you have to give the detailed metabolic pathway for the synthesis of another fatty acid. Its name is lignoceric acid. Today we have discussed palmitic acid synthesis, but for assignment you have to prepare the lignoceric acid synthesis. It was all about the fatty acid synthesis. I hope you will understand it in a very good way. Hope for the best and best wishes